Nowadays, men are getting pretty good at spotting girls that can't be saved, like your OnlyFans models or girls that like to party every weekend. But there are 7 other types of girls that cannot be saved, and most men don't even realize they're a problem until it's too late. So today, I'm gonna show you who these 7 are and how you can test them yourself. Number 1, never date a woman who hasn't dated anyone. Now, yes, we're in a classroom, but this is a lesson you don't want to skip because most men know you should never date a girl that's dated your entire neighborhood. We know that. But what most men don't know is that you should also never date a girl who has never had any partners. And this becomes more evident as they get older. Let me explain with what I call the dating matrix. You see, on the left, we have the number of partners or the number of men a woman has dated, ranging from no partners all the way up to 5. On the x-axis, we have age, ranging from 18 years old, I'm talking to some of you pervs, 18 years old, all the way up to 30. So I'm gonna show you what the minimum and maximum should be. So for an 18-year-old girl, you want a girl at a minimum to have obviously 0 partners, and as she gets older, right around when she reaches 30, she can have a minimum of 2 partners. Now, on the high side, you want that same 18-year-old girl to have no more than 1 partner. And as she gets older, same thing. You want this 30-year-old to have no more than 4 partners. So 2 and 4, 0 and 1. Any woman that falls above this dating zone has way too many partners for her age and is likely to come with a lot of baggage that you don't want to deal with. On the other hand, any woman that falls below this dating zone has way too few partners, and it's a serious red flag that they're either crazy or they lack the emotional maturity to be in a long-term relationship. Meaning that the ideal range for all of you, depending on your age, is this perfect dating zone right here. Get it? Let's keep going. 2, women who never pay for the date. We as men are genetically hardwired to want to take care of the woman we love. So if a woman never lets you pay for a date, not even once, she probably can't be saved. As a man, we don't need much to be happy. And that's where our drive to work hard and support those we love comes from. If a woman doesn't let you do that, you will lose the motivation to provide for her and probably won't amount to much. However, you don't want a woman that expects for you to pay for everything either. So here's a 2-step test to see whether she can or cannot be saved. For step 1, you will try and pay for everything at the end of the day. If she doesn't let you pay for her half, then she's low quality. If she doesn't even reach for the bill, then she's also low quality. But if she tries to pay, but ultimately lets you do it, then that means she's high quality. Now for step 2, right after dinner, suggest going to go get something sweet like ice cream. Now, considering you just paid for the entire dinner, she should be more than happy to pay. So, if she doesn't even offer to pay for this ice cream, then she's probably low quality. But if she does end up paying, then that means she's a high quality girl. If she fails to pass any of these tests, she probably can't be saved. If she passes one, she's worth dating. But if she passes both of them, then you have yourself a high quality girl that you should pursue in a long-term relationship. Now, up until this point, you now understand that you should not date women that are either above or below the dateable line and women who never let you pay for a date. However, there are 5 more types of women that you probably don't realize they can't be saved. So I'm gonna need you to keep watching so you can save yourself the time, energy, and money from dating these type of women. Number 3, women who are better looking than you. Men want hot women. However, you don't understand that if she is better looking than you, then it's only a matter of time before she cheats on you. And I'm gonna show you what I mean running this experiment. So we're gonna do an experiment. I brought out 2 girls. One is fully dressed and one's dressed a little bit sexual. Let's see how many men help one versus the other, because this is what you're gonna have to deal with. So as you can see here in the video, we started with the girl that was fully covered up. And yeah, it took about 15 seconds to get help. But here's where things get very interesting. So we ran it again, obviously with a girl that had less clothes on, and notice what happens. Six seconds. That's all it took. 6 seconds. The thing is that we repeated this test multiple times, and every single time, the one that was covered up would take 10, 15, 20 seconds to find help. Whereas the girl that was not covered up, she just kept getting help over and over and over again. The point here is, that the more attractive a woman is, the harder it will be to keep her in your life. And it becomes even worse the better looking she is over how attractive you are. To fix this, you should always date women that are as good looking as you or slightly less good looking than you are. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't date women who aren't attractive. It just means that if you're a 6, try to date other women that are 6s. And if you're an 8, you should date 8s. And your goal should always be to increase your value as a man so you can start dating and retaining beautiful women. Number 4, women that accept you as you are. A woman that accepts you for who you are right now will hold you back from reaching your full potential. The reason is that men work harder when they are around women that they want to impress. During a study conducted at MIT, researchers wanted to know how well men performed when they worked in teams of just men versus working in teams with women as well. They analyzed 60 offices from around the US and other countries, ranging from small offices to ones with over 100 employees. They then cross-referenced revenue data between those periods with the diversity of the two teams, all male teams and mixed male and female teams. Researchers found is that those men that worked alongside with women were more productive and earned the company more money than the group that just solely worked with other men. The reason they worked harder is because they wanted to develop a good reputation and impress the women around them. So when you're dating, you'll want to avoid women who just accept you for who you are. And instead, you want women who like you for who you are, but are constantly pushing you to achieve more. Now, a good way to find good women like this is to just ask them what are the goals they currently have. If they have none, it means that they're happy where they are. They aren't pushing for more, and therefore, they won't push you for more. If she does have goals, however, then that means that she's a high-quality woman worth dating. Number 5, women that don't have any friends. A lot of men think they want a girl with 0 friends so they can have them all to themselves. But if she has no friends, it probably means that she has insane red flags under the surface you can't see. On the flip side, when a girl does have friends, it shows that she's capable of having a relationship, which demonstrates maturity and trustworthiness. So to keep it simple, if she has 0 friends, that means that you should run away as fast as possible. If she has 1 or 2 friends, then she's probably not dangerous, she's not a serial killer, but it means that she might not be ideal for a healthy long-term relationship. Anything more than 3, however, it's a good sign that she might be worth keeping around. Now, I'm going to admit to you that this one completely made me rethink how women work. And if you think about it, now you understand you shouldn't date certain women outside the dateable line. You shouldn't date women who don't let you take care of them. You shouldn't date women who are more attractive than you. You shouldn't date a woman that just accepts you for who you are. And now you understand that you shouldn't date a woman that has no friends. By now you should have more clarity as to which women you should be pursuing and where you should be saving time to avoid any future heartache. But here's the key. There's still 2 types of women you need to be careful with that you've probably not thought of. And with the last one being the most powerful one, where I'm going to give you a test so you can test your entire classroom or office of women to truly find a quality one you should date. This takes me to number 6, women who say they love you. When a woman drops the I love you way too quickly, it means that she's playing with your emotions. She's immature and probably unstable. She can't be saved. Now, to better understand this, I created a dating system based on my own dating experiences. If she says I love you within the first month of dating, she definitely has emotional baggage and not worth dating. If she says it within the first 2 to 3 months of knowing each other, she's probably not a complete train wreck, but she likely has insecurity issues and is seeking validation through this relationship. You can continue dating her, but I wouldn't consider marrying her. Now, if she's reserved saying I love you for the first 3 to 6 months, then you should definitely consider worthy for a long-term relationship. Now, this is not just based on my experiences. This is also based on science. Studies have found that on average, it takes around 4 months for a woman to feel love. So if she says it earlier, then she isn't being honest with her emotions. Number 7, women that score above a 3 on the delusion calculator. You see, these days, women have unrealistic expectations. They want a man that's 6 feet tall, earns 6 figures, and has a 6-pack, despite them not bringing any of that value to a relationship as well. So here's how you should know if their diluted expectations are actually normal. First, I want you to ask these girls these 5 questions. You can do this in the first date. What is the minimum and maximum age you would like to date someone? Do you have a preferred race or do you not care? What is the minimum height of a man that you would date. Would you date someone obese? And what is the minimum income? Then take that information that she responded, and I want you to plug it into the delusion calculator. You can go to igotstandardsnow.com. The calculator will then take her answers, cross-reference it with the data of the average American man, and then outputs a score based on the number of men that meet her criteria. The more picky she is, the higher her delusion score will be. So, if she scores between a 1 and 2, then she has reasonable expectations. However, if it's between 2 and 4, then she's completely delusional. And if it gets up to a 5, then that's absolutely crazy. You shouldn't touch that girl with a 10-foot pole. And now that you understand this, and the other 6 types of women that cannot be saved, you, by just watching this video, have saved yourself a ton of heartache, energy, and money, and can now actually find the woman of your dreams. See you boys next time.